Population changes refers to increases or decreases in a population of organisms. How do populations change in size? There are two ways. They can join by either being born or moving into an area, and they can leave by either dying or moving out of an area. There are two ways of moving in regards to a population. There's immigration, which means you move into a population. And there's emigration, meaning that you leave or exit a population. Population density is talking about the number of individuals in a specific area with a specific size. So let's look at an example. The first thing we need to do is look at the number of individuals. So count the flamingos. I came up with 10. Next, we look at the unit area. So we multiply the length times the width of the area we have, and we have 4 times 2 meters, which gives us 8 meters of our current area. Next, we do the division. So it's time for math. Hopefully you won't need a calculator, but it's roughly 1.25 organisms per square meter. Can you have a quarter of an organism? Well, no, this is just an average, because organisms are coming into an area and leaving an area. They don't just stay there the whole time. So what limits how many organisms we can have in the area? A limiting factor is the environmental factor that causes a population to stop growing. Some things that can limit population growth are weather conditions, space, food and water, disease, and predators. These are all ways that population size is limited by the organisms and the abiotic factors that are around them. Carrying capacity is the maximum number of organisms an area can sustain with the available resources. In this example, sustain means to physically support. Carrying capacity is also based on the same limiting factors: weather conditions, space, food and water, disease, and predators. If you look at a graph of carrying capacity, there are some things that are always going to be the same. You start at the bottom with no population. There's a huge increase in population and an overshoot which goes above the carrying capacity. And then it oscillates or goes up and down around that carrying capacity. Carrying capacity is like the average that the population is going to be based on the limiting factors that are there. The carrying capacity will never be at the very highest number, and it will never be at the very lowest number on your graph.